Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my Facebook Live this morning. My name's Jenny McCormack, and I'm an independent stamping up demonstrator, even. And I'm based in Brackley, in Northamptonshire, in the UK. So, thank you very much for joining me. If you're watching live, you will see a little live rectangle in red, top left hand side. I am live in the Gemini Crafts, on my Gemini Crafts Facebook page, and I also cross post this to my other subsidiary pages. So if you're watching on the Coffee and Card page, for example, or Gemini Crafts Oxfordshire, then the main discussion will be on the Gemini Crafts page, which you can find just by searching on Facebook. So if you are typing any comments on the other pages, I won't see these live, but obviously I will catch up with those later on. So I hope everybody is keeping well. It's Wednesday morning, the 14th of April, and I've got some new ink colours to show you this morning briefly. Hi Lynn and hi Kerry. And a different style of masking technique. So all week we've been featuring, all week, the first 2 days this week, we've been featuring our Stampin' Up masks, or stencils if you prefer. And so I'll just show what we created. This was Monday's card, using the stencil to create a very soft background just in one area, and then adding layers on top. And then this one was yesterday's, stamping the magnolia, masking it off with a post-it note or equivalent, and then doing the masking stencil over the top. Morning, Carol. So that's what we've done so far, and I thought we'd do something different today, and I'm actually going to be using masking tape. So you can use household masking tape for this. I like to use this removable masking tape, because I think it's a Scotch removable tape, because it always lifts up from the paper. Whereas if you use household masking tape, it can stick to the paper and cause it to rip a little bit. That's absolutely fine. All you need to do is just peel it on some clothes. So just pop the sticky side of the tape on your clothes for a little bit, or on a surface, just to take off some of the tackiness. I thought it was a good opportunity to introduce you to our new in colours as well, as my delivery arrived yesterday. I'm not going to spend a great deal of time on these, but I'll just talk you through the new colours that we have. So our in colours are kicked off every 2 years, and they last for 2 years. And this is so that Stampin' Up can keep the main colour families the same, but also invest in colours that are very much on trend. I've seen a lot of peach around already this year. That's really popular, and also the peach, the fruit design is very popular. So let me talk you through these really quickly. We have polished pink, fresh freesia, soft succulent, evening evergreen, and pale papaya. So polished pink is a really bright pink, as you can see, and it's sort of midway between melon mambo and magenta madness. Morning, Jeanette. Morning, Monica. Oh, hi, Ruth. So that is polished pink. We then have fresh freesia, and this is a pinker version of purple posy. pinker than the Highland Heather. I will be stamping with all of these, so you'll see them in action. Then we have two greens, Soft Succulent, which is like a deeper mint macaron that I was using yesterday, no, the day before. So this is mint macaron and just jade, and Soft Succulent seems to fit in the middle of those two. So a very nice mossy, well, not really a mossy green, it's sort of a eucalyptus green that Linda in our team suggested yesterday, eucalyptus. And then we have Evening Evergreen, so really deep green, and more of a blue green than Always Artichoke, which we had quite a while ago. And then finally we have Pale Papaya, the peach colour, and that's, if you remember Grapefruit Grove a few years ago, it's a bit like that but a much softer peach. This is a piece that I stamped yesterday with the peach on there, Pale Papaya I should say, and Early Espresso, and this is from a new stamp set that's coming up. It's very sweet. Okay. Oh, brilliant, Jeanette. Cleaning spree ready for your garden visitors. Love it. So yes, I like these in colours, and I think they work well together. Any combination really. So I'm going to be using all of these just to see how they work together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my masking technique on two pieces of card, and you'll see why in a second. And then I'm going to use my current favourite, Nature's I'll say Nature's Beauty, Nature's Thoughts, to cut out a layer from that. And then I'm going to layer those up with some of the new in colour card. I haven't decided which ones yet. We'll play it by ear. So I'm going to put that to one side for the minute. Actually, what I am going to do is just roughly mark where this comes to. I can just use a pen here so that I know when I've done enough of my masking technique. Okay, so this is quite well, it's quite an old technique. It's been around a long time, and I'm going to open all of these in preparation. I haven't put all my labels on yesterday. I literally just opened them yesterday. So there is Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent, and then we've got Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, hello Molly, and Polished Pink. Alright, this could get messy, couldn't it? I really want both of these out, but let me see how we go. I'll get myself organised in a minute. So this technique involves taking masking tape like so, and I'm just going to cut it so it's tidy. That reaches across your card. Okay, now I know this is where my die is going to go, so I am going to cut 5 of these, one for each colour. As I say, if you're using household masking tape or a cloth masking tape, just make sure, ooh, throwing it around now. And the only reason I'm doing 5 is I don't want to contaminate the ink pads. Oh, getting a haircut. Good girl. Ooh, that is fine. You can watch the rest on catch up. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, you can't see this, can you? Because it's invisible. Well, almost invisible. Okay, so this, what I'm doing is actually creating another background. So as I say, this is an old technique, and I've done it a few times, and I saw a demonstrator do it the other day. We're so lucky that as demonstrators, everybody's so willing to share ideas and suggestions and you know, colour mixes. And I saw somebody use this, and I thought, ah, yes, this is perfect for my techniques week. So I'm just peeling these off, like so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ink up our masking tape, literally by placing it on the ink pad. I hope you can, is that, yes, it's in your line of view, isn't it? Like so. And this is quite a juicy ink pad, obviously. I just want to see that my, yes. Okay, so I'm inking that up, like so. And I'm going to place it down on here. And basically transfer the ink, like so. And then I'm going to do another one on here. To get a lighter variation. Okay, so that is Evening Evergreen. I'm then going to do, I think, Pale Papaya. So you can press it in, or if you prefer, you could just do this multiple times. It's entirely up to you. Let's bring my darker one back. And just having that just overlap, like so. And on here. There we go. Now the bits on there are odd bits. It's obviously picked up on my surface, but that's all right. Okay, because we're just using it as a background. Now I'm going to go for the, what am I going to go for? Polished pink, I think. So, just popping that in. Onto here. Like so. So it just creates a really interesting background. You get a darker, obviously, and a lighter, and you could do another one again if you wanted to, and get a lighter one again. And I'm just going to, no, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Let's have Soft Succulent next. Or was that what I did before? Let's have a look and see. So remember, these are particularly inky because they're brand new ink pads. I'm just trying to see which colour I used. Okay. Watch out for the ink on your fingers though. That one. And then this one, as I say, I'm going to die cut this out. after. There we go. And fresh freesia next. So just be warned, you can get a bit inky, so watch you don't transfer it. You could use a bone folder on here if you prefer to get that really inky, or you could wear gloves. Okay, just going to put that on there. So remember, I'm going to use a die cut, so that is going to cut that down, so I'm not worrying about the edges or anything. So. Voila. And I think I'm going to start that again. So soft succulent. So you definitely don't want to, unless you do a lot and you clear the masking tape out each time, you definitely don't want to reuse the masking tape from a dark colour into a lighter one. Otherwise you can transfer it into your ink pad itself. So this is quite effective with just colours in the same range. Yes, it's fresh freesia, so it's like a deeper, I'm trying to think, yes, like a pinky purple, for want of a better description. Jeanette, it's very pretty. Right, this one is pale papaya. So doing this one first, and I'm just watching those markers that I made, so I don't need to do more than I need. And also you can use this to die cut shapes themselves. There we go. And then polished pink. And I think we're there. There's that one. And then this is my lighter background. So you can have great fun with these with your existing inks, especially if you've got a particular colour palette that you like. Right, I'm just going to dispose of these pieces. Before I transfer ink anywhere else. I'm just going to wipe that down. Okay, cover these up. There we go. Yeah, that's the fresh freesia. Very pretty. I know it's difficult to see it on the camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, for this one I'm going to take my Nature's Thoughts dies and cut this up and then stamp something on the top. And I think what I might do with this one is actually use it to die cut maybe some butterflies or something. So let's do this one first. So this is my second generation. Oh, and I've put my die cutting machine away. I did have a little tidy up yesterday. Bear with me. So I hope everybody is enjoying some sunshine. We have some lovely sunshine here today. Long may it continue. Okay, so all I'm going to do on my plates is pop this one here, and then I can decide whether I want, you know, where I want to position that. I think I'm going to do it like that, so I've got a bit of both of those two colours at the end, like so. So this is the die that does the cutout with the... Have you not seen it, Kerry? Yeah, it's a good old one. So this is the die that cuts out with the little stitching, sort of dotted stitching around, and you could in fact use that as a frame as well if you wanted to. This is the size of a card. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use a note card and envelope, but I'm just going to layer it onto some of the new in colour card. In between. So these are the colours of card. If I just grab a piece from each, so that's soft succulent. This is fresh freesia. I've got a piece of this one, pale papaya, and what I will do is cut a piece of each, and then we can see what it's going to look like. And it's amazing what a difference an image will look like when you put a different colour card behind. So those are all... Oh, I've got a piece of that, which I think that would do. Evening evergreen. And I have got a card to show you right at the end that I created very quickly last night in our team meeting. So this is approximately just under 3 by just under 4.5. So I'm going to create this at 3.25 because I want to see some of this colour. I can always make it slightly smaller by 4.75. Oh yes, I'm rather liking that. That really sets that off, doesn't it? Let's have a look. That reminds me of ice cream colours now, but that's definitely not the right, it doesn't do that justice, does it? There's this one here. And then there's the pink. Now because I've got pink on the end, that blends into it too much. And let's just try fresh freesia. It's almost a lilac colour. Yeah, no, that is definitely my preference for that layer. Does anybody else agree, or do you all disagree about that? Right. So if you do order through me, you will get a sample swatch of the new in colours shortly. Hello, Carol G. So yeah, that's definitely my preference. And I could stamp, could either stamp a sentiment, or I had in mind something quite bold. But I don't know whether trees go with this really. You almost need like a silhouette stamp. Because the thing is, I like this. This is a retiring set again. Oh, that's true. I could double matte on early espresso. The thing is, the subject of that doesn't really go with the colours. I think if I had muted greens, that would work really nicely. So I'm just going to rethink that slightly. And what I might do is add some butterflies, because the dies have matching stamps called Positive Thoughts. So that was what I was thinking. And I've actually got sending positive thoughts and feel good wishes, or hugs, prayer, love. Ooh. Okay. Do you think the butterflies, Kerry? Is that what you're? Because I could actually stamp them either in polished pink or that evening evergreen, or early espresso, and then they'd be moths, wouldn't they? Come on, early espresso, I know you're here. It's never far away from me. Okay, let me... Hi, Carol G. My go-to colour, the butterfly, and the sentiment. Yeah, I think so too. So Monica suggested I could drop it onto there. Don't think it helps it. I wonder if I did a white layer. I mean, I quite like it with, I certainly like that evening evergreen as a base layer. No, that doesn't help it at all, does it? No, I'm going to stick with that one. Hi, Sarah. That's nice of you to pop on. Haven't seen you for ages. I hope the children are both well. So this is going to go onto there, and that's going to go onto a note card. And I'm going to add the butterflies. So while I'm doing that, what colour should I stamp that butterfly? And I'm going to add a sentiment in. So I could use friends like you mean more every year. Quite nice, it fits in there nicely, doesn't it? So let me know what you're thinking. Early espresso or evening evergreen for my butterfly, just while I get my note card and envelope. There we go. So, as you know, early espresso my go-to colour, and note cards and envelopes my go-to base. I'm going to die cut from this in a second. Let's just prepare this ready. The new in colour, which one, Carol? The pink or the evergreen? I feel like the evergreen, and then that ties in nicely. But I'm up for discussion. Make sure that bone folder is clean. Yep. Yes, okay, evening evergreen it is, because then that will tally with all of the others. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment first, I think. Friends like you mean more every year. That one. And then it's all coordinated from that stamp set and dies. Wasn't very straight at all. Okay. Okay, let's just try this out, see what it looks like. Yep, do nicely. Oh, bless you, Carrie. It is so nice being a demonstrator, isn't it? There's just so much more than, I mean, obviously the discount's nice. Some ink over there. But the friendships and support, you know, right the way across the board is just so good. So we had our team meeting yesterday, and we just had a great time and just chatting and catching up with people. Can't wait till we can do that in person again. Okay, so I'm just inking this up, and I'm going to pop that here. There we go. And we do have gems to match these colours as well. Yeah, such a pretty butterfly. And this butterfly set, Positive Thoughts, and the dies are carrying over. In fact, this would be nice as well, wouldn't it? That's fine, Carrie, absolutely fine. Oh, I should have put that one a bit further over. So the question is, I wanted to put 3 on there. Now I feel like I'm squishing it in. I'm going for it anyway. Because the butterfly on its own was a bit too small. If it was a bigger butterfly, I could have got away with it. There we go. Voila. Okay, so just literally going to mount those up and add some gems. Some mark on there for some reason. There we go. Thank you, Kerry. Amazing what you can make out of a couple of stamps, bit of masking tape, a couple of ink pads and a die, isn't it? And I've kept this border slightly bigger so that you see more of the green, evening evergreen, as you'll see on here. So it's a small white border, but I think that does work with that. There. There we go. So just using a scribble of glue. I'm going to pop that on there and then just add a few gems. So with the new in colours, we have the gems to match, and we have ribbons to match. Really lovely ribbon. I'm actually ordering more ribbon today to go with it. So let's pick out some gems to show you. So I will be doing paper shares. Oops, it's alive, for the new papers. And for the first time, I'm going to do an in colour share. So if you want to build up your stock of in colours, because we have papers, we have inks, we have marker pens, we have blend pens. Basically, you can join a club for 5 months, and each month you will get the cardstock, the ink, a refill, blends pens and a marker pen, and the gems for each of the in colours. So I will be sending out details of that shortly. Okay, so the question is, which colour of the gems are we going to add? Now it's quite difficult for you to see from there. So we've got the pink. So this is soft succulent, which looks rather nice because I've got 2 of those on there. Quite tempted with the pink actually, because that really picks up the pink, doesn't it? Carol says pink. And these are 2 sizes, so I'm going to go for the smaller ones based on the size of the butterflies, really. And as the 3 butterflies, I'm going to have 3 gems. These gems are lovely. They're not too tall, they're quite flat. There we go. Oh, unanimous decision for pink. There we go. You can see that. Okay. So those are the gems. Okay. So that's one. And then somewhere on my desk, here we go, I have this one. So I was thinking what I might do with this is carry on with the butterfly theme and cut some butterflies out with this from Butterfly Brilliance. So this is the set that I've used for our class in a box, which is all posted yesterday. And so what I'm thinking is cut out. Oh, my UPS man's just been. Cut out some butterflies with that. And then use those. I'll get to another one. So we've got this lovely large one here. That would work. And in fact, if you did it like that, you could have the tips, can you see, in different colours. So maybe I'll do one large one. And I wonder if I can squeeze in there, like that. It's a fab set. And you do have the ones that cut out the whole stamp set as well. And the papers, although the papers have gone, I'm afraid. Okay, let's pop this through. I'm going to pop it on my plate. It's a bit warped. Okay. And what I want to do is angle this so that as the roller comes through, it's not hitting anything flat on, you know, especially this one here. Let me move this up a bit. So I might add a little bit of masking tape to those. If I can find the end. Let's cut a little bit of this. Just don't want them moving too much. So this one, I want the tips in that green there, like so. And then this one is fine there, and then these ones will just go as is. There we go. Okay, just going to run that through, and then I'm thinking I could use just some plain layers, maybe on embossed layer. Oh, let's have a look and see. Perfect. And that one. Just take the tape off. I might put that one through again. Let's have a look and see. Oops. Yeah, I don't want to tear it, so I'm just going to put this one through again. If I can line it up properly. I was asking a lot putting them all through together, to be fair, but hey ho. Okay, let's do that one. I hope you've all got a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you fancy. Morning, Katie. There we go, that's better. Just take these pieces off. So yeah, when it's nicely cut through, it just flicks out rather than having to poke it out necessarily. There we go. There's one. Cup of tea for Jeanette. Carol's got a brew in hand. Yeah, I should be having my coffee shortly. So just poking this out. My pokey tool's in the other room. Stabbed into a block of blue tack, would you believe? Okay. go. Pretty. Could get my little brush really. Would have been a lot quicker. Sorry ladies. It's very boring watching people pop things out, isn't it? Okay, and there's one in there. Okay, right, so let's move the dice out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okie dokie, let's clear some of these bits and pieces. So what I'm thinking is a single colour behind. And it might need, so quite like that. That's the freesia. Oh, that's good, Jeanette. That's the pink, so it gets lost a bit on there, doesn't it? So that's just my gut feel for that. And a change from Evening Evergreen. Yeah, sort of gets lost. It needs something to sort of make it stand out. So what I'm thinking is cut this down and put it through an embossing folder. And then it's got some texture to sit on. So let's make this 9.5 by 13.85. And I'll just grab an embossing folder. Let's see. I might just use the script one. I'm pretty sure this one is retiring. Yeah, that's pretty. It was either that or the brick one. That was my my thought. But that one would do nicely. So just change my layers and pop it through. Need my other layer, sorry ladies. I hadn't planned on this bit, as you might have gathered. There we go. So we've got that lovely script. Now, I could be bold. Grab my blending brush. If I could see my green one. and use a little bit of that ink to bring up the script text. So this is the soft succulent, though I have got a bit of the green on here. Sorry if that makes you feel a little bit ill. Moving it a little bit too fast, aren't I? Sorry. Conscious that you've been watching me for nearly an hour. So I'm just using this to bring up the little bit of the text. I'm not sure how much of that you can see because suddenly it's very bright in my craft room. You find it therapeutic. That's good. Oh, bless you ladies, you're so kind. There we go. Okay. Oh, no worries, Carol. So we're using the masking tape technique. So using masking tape, dipping it into the ink and then creating a pattern like so. And then on the other one, I've cut out these butterflies. Might be too much with a big one. Hello, Maureen. That's nice of you to join us today. Thank you. I didn't quite like that on its own, actually. Like so. So I'm going to layer it onto, I think, let's add that pink behind. What do you think? It's either that or evergreen. Or that. It is indeed. Hi, Monica. I think I'm going to go for the polished pink behind. And then I'll use the other butterflies to make another card after. So I'm just going to cut this as a layer, which will be 10 centimetres by 14.35. There we go, so that onto there. And then could do evergreen, but I think I'm just going to do a white card underneath because there's a lot of enough colours going on there. There we go, just grab that. Oh. There we are. It's going to go onto there. Yep, that works nicely. So I'll say I've got those other butterflies. Just score this one. And we're done. I'll add a little bit of bling as well, of course. And then I've just got a quick card to show you that I made last night in our team gathering. Okay, so there's my white card, polished pink, soft succulent, and then my butterfly and sentiment. So let's just pop these layers down quickly. So and then onto there. There we have that layer. And here's my large butterfly. Just going to poke at that little bit. Oh, and there's one there. That's it. And what I'm going to do is just to fix the body of the butterfly so that this can bend up a little bit. And then grab some gems and a sentiment, and we're done. Right. I want to put a gem there where his head is. Let's have a look and see whether that works or not. It does. And I could actually put the two small ones on the end. Let's have a look. No, that's a bit too big. What do you think? Take it off for a minute. Let me know if you think it should be added. And then I'm just going to grab a die cut and sentiment just to finish it off. Hi, Cassie. So there's that one there. Or I wonder if I've got one from my many messages that would fit in there. Ooh. But so happy to hear of your exciting news, but that's got something on it. Okay, so I've got happy birthday. I know it's not quite the right pink, but I might get away with that. Wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. Now I've got too much choice, girls. Just a card to say hello. What do you reckon? I'll take any votes on this. And I'm just going to add, I'm going to run out of these pink ones first, aren't I? Can you see that? 1, 2, 3. The hello, yes. So I've got the hello or the be strong. Any other options? Welcome. Either works. I'm going to just do a hello card. Sorry, Carol. Oh, Molly's still with us. Not had her hair done yet. Or maybe she's in and out. Just a card to say hello. There we go. I'd like that to be straight though. There we are. So 2 cards made from the same technique. So this one here, so I took the masking tape, dipped it in the ink and then did some lines across there like so, and then cut that out with a die, but you could just obviously cut that out with your trimmer. And then taking this block layer here and die cutting it like so, and then I just layered it onto those 2 colours. Well, they all go well together. So there we go, those are 2 from today. Let me just show you a card that I made literally in a few minutes yesterday. So this is using the in colours and also a new stamp set that's coming out. So it's a line image here, and then there's stamps that you can use to infill. Thanks, Carol. Oh, hi, Kay, and thank you. So the stamps you can use to infill, or you can stamp and colour. So you could watercolour it, or you could use blends. It's got a really nice sort of scratchy script. And then this one here as well is included in the set. So that new set is called Hand Painted Petals. So I think that is going to be really popular, and it has some fantastic papers in this same style to go with it. So thank you everybody for joining me today. I'm off to go and grab my cup of coffee, see what Stamping Up Goodies the UPS man has brought for me. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch, whether that is in person live or on catch up or on YouTube. So do enjoy the rest of your day or your evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I shall be back tomorrow, Thursday at 5 p.m. I hope you can join me then. In the meantime, keep safe and keep crafting. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.